Hello, lovely community, and I just want to share some information about an upcoming event that we have that is going to be taking place online, and it is in part a fundraiser that will help support our wildlife habitat creation here at the 22 acres that we have been entrusted with to, support our mission of permaculture gardens, our mission of community gardens, providing access for people that don't have green spaces to green spaces as a way to form connections with nature, as a way to instill balance, stewardship, and also a place not just for wildlife to take refuge, but for people as well. Again, through those missions of whether you're coming here just to meditate in nature, to enjoy the surroundings, or you might be interacting with us in one of our educational offerings as well, so you can learn a little bit more about the ecosystems that we're putting in place. Perhaps develop skills that you've never had before with getting your hands dirty and doing some building projects, which we have a lot of because we have a pretty big vision here. And all of this is supported by the Scalanti Family Trust. Their generosity allows us to really do this type of work, and I'm just so grateful to be part of that vision, and to know such humanitarian people in my life, and just to be supported by that. So, I feel like I can fulfill the vision here that has been developing over the years, but really inspired by my spiritual mentor, Greg Scalanti. And this is a season, we're coming toward the solstice, and one of the things that we celebrate is the 8 seasonal shifts throughout the year. But this season specifically, coming around the summer solstice, is a time that celebrates how each of us has a role to play in healing our larger global community. And some of us might hear that and feel like, like I have no part in that. But yes, you do. If you're here, then you're a part of that healing in this community. And I think there seems to be this sort of false story out there that only those who are famous, or only if you're reaching this large quantity of people, or maybe only those that hold specific titles of healer or guru or doctor or therapist could play a role in healing. And like I said, that's sort of a false story. It's not true. I think the truth is that one kind act ripples out and is unbound in its nature. And each single one kind act plays a role in healing, whether that healing be personal or out into the community. Either way, it is attributing or contributing to global healing. So as an example, that kind act could be applied inward toward the self. Perhaps it's by no longer allowing a negative habit from actions or thought patterns that are degrading, like a degrading thought pattern or habit of criticism. And perhaps you start to realize that that's no longer serving you, and that's a kind act. It could also be a kind act or deed to others, something that is done or said, and it might not even be set out with that intention. It could just be that you are at the right place in the right time. And again, you might have no idea the impact that you're making by your kindness, by your compassion. And it is, again, kind acts are unmeasurable in their nature. And I think that's the shift we can start realizing, is we measure things, right? We're in the 3D, and we're fixated on this measure, this quantity. And again, that's a very false story. Greg gave me this problem. I think it comes from either philosophy or mathematics, but it's basically this idea that you have to move a 1,000-pound brick wall. And when he first told me that, I was like, that's impossible. There's no way. Like, who am I to be able to move a 1,000-pound brick wall? And he said, no, it's absolutely possible. How can you do it? And I was really stuck because I was thinking of the big picture. I was just looking at a 1,000-pound brick wall and not realizing, as when he told me the answer, no, you just move it one brick at a time. Everyone can move one brick. And whether that one brick is, again, towards your own personal self, or breaking down these barriers that we put on ourselves, telling ourselves that we're not empowered, or moving bricks outside of ourselves. So I think that a lot of the impact toward healing is done in small communities with little to none accolades attributed to those acts. They just simply happen. And just trust that if you are here, you matter. So what I hope is that because we're celebrating this time of year of honoring how each of us plays a role in healing the greater community, I hope you will share with us maybe a little writing, maybe a video, a picture of yourself with a little blurb of what your role is, what you feel your role is. And again, that role don't put the pressures on yourself like, oh, I need to be a teacher or a doctor or, a yoga instructor or whatever. Like, think outside the box a little bit and think about, well, in what ways do you bring a little kindness into this world? And it really can be anything. And I know you all have something. So I really ask you to be brave and share with us that role that you play and how you move a brick and help to take down barriers, sort of uncondition the conditioned wrongs that we've probably told ourselves time and time again, that you only matter if you serve this certain quantity of people or have reached this level of fame. And let us know the ways you move bricks and to take down those barriers, but also to rebuild a world that it promotes love, peace, respect towards each person's individual journey. And know that you are empowered by simply being who you are. So I hope that you use your power wisely and share with us your story of creating that world of love, peace, and unity. So that's the challenge I put to you guys, is to share your story. I hope you'll share it with us on either our Facebook page or the event page. And I just want to say thank you so much. And if you're interested in the fundraiser that we're doing and learning more about that, please visit the fundraiser page, which I'll be putting in the link here. You can donate, which I'll also put that link as well. And also watch, because this is an online fundraiser. There's going to be live music by the featured artist, Molly Mata, who's going to be premiering just a sneak peek of her first album that she's going to be doing a release event in August. And we also have other creators. We have people that are sharing their own original poetry. My mom, who's a big inspiration, is sharing her fairy house making work in her own gardens that she's been inspired to share. We have songwriters, we have artists of all kinds, really. So I really hope you'll tune into that event, support those artists, maybe perhaps listen to who is an artist, who is a creator, and perhaps be inspired to realize that you too are a creator, are an artist in your own right. So thank you so much for listening. I know I ramble on a bit, so this video is perhaps, if you've made it this long, then you're doing really well with your listening, because I know I can continue to talk and talk, just because I love sharing this type of work. Again, our mission is really about paying it forward, paying forward the generosity that was shown through Greg, through his family, through the Squanti Family Trust, and just creating that space that is to empower people, to help people find balance within themselves, within their communities, and within their natural world. So if you're interested in learning more, I hope you'll come visit us.